Today, I want to talk about a tool that is an absolute game changer for anyone who makes videos. We're talking about getting that $1 million production value, but for the totally insane price of zero. This is how you get honest-to-goodness Hollywood drone shots for free. So let's start with a problem that I think we've all faced. It's that moment, you have this perfect vision for a shot, something epic that would make your video just incredible, but it feels completely, totally out of reach. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're putting together a travel video, maybe a documentary, or just a really cool intro for your YouTube channel. And you can just see it in your head, that huge, sweeping, cinematic shot from way up high. And then bam, reality hits. How in the world do you actually get that? Well, the old ways are pretty limited, right? You could go out and buy a professional drone, which, that's a ton of money and a whole world of regulations and hassle. Or you could license some stock footage, but then you're stuck using the exact same generic shot that 1,000 other people have already used. It's either way too expensive or just kind of boring. But what if there was a third option, a secret weapon that major news outlets and big-time filmmakers use to completely change the game? Well, let me introduce you to what I think is the ultimate creator cheat code. Now, let's be super clear. This is not the Google Earth you use to look up your childhood home. This is Google Earth Studio, a seriously powerful professional animation tool that runs right in your web browser. It takes all of Google's insane 3D satellite data and basically lets you become the director of your very own aerial film crew. And that right there, that's the magic. This isn't about getting shots that are just good enough. It's about generating footage that genuinely looks like it was ripped from a Hollywood blockbuster without you spending a single dime. You get professional, jaw-dropping results for absolutely free. So, you're probably wondering, okay, how does this thing even work? What are these superpowers it gives you? Let's break down the key features that make this tool so incredibly powerful. At the very heart of the system is something called keyframe animation. Now, if that sounds a little technical or intimidating, don't worry about it. It's actually surprisingly easy, and it's the one thing that turns a static image into a breathtaking cinematic shot. The whole process is so simple. You just set a start point for your camera, and then you set an end point. That's it. The software does all the heavy lifting in between, creating this perfectly smooth, fluid motion. If you've ever messed around with a program like After Effects, you're going to feel right at home. But okay, it gets even better, because you're not just controlling where the camera is, you're also controlling the light itself. You get to play God with the sun. So picture this, you framed the perfect shot of the Eiffel Tower, but it's lit by this harsh, boring, middle-of-the-day sun. No problem at all. You just grab the time of day slider and literally drag the sun across the sky to create this stunning, warm, golden hour sunset. You can change the entire mood of your scene with a single click. It's amazing. And here is where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. You're not just flying over places, you can actually fly through them. See, thanks to Google's massive library of 3D data, all these major cities are recreated in just stunning detail. This means you can design these complex, dynamic shots, flying between skyscrapers in New York or swooping down the river in London. The creative possibilities are, well, they're basically endless. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this sounds awesome, but it's got to be super complicated to get started, right? Nope, not at all. You can honestly create your very first animated shot in about 60 seconds. It really is this easy. You just go to the website, sign in with your Google account, and you'll almost always get instant access. From there, just use one of their quick start templates. You can pick something like an orbit shot, type in, say, the Great Pyramids, and boom, you've just made a cinematic animation in seconds. So, if you remember just one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. This tool fundamentally changes what is possible for you as a creator. This is the key. This is the whole thing. Google Earth Studio turns your laptop into a helicopter. Every single time you open your computer, you have an entire aerial film crew just waiting for you. You can go anywhere on the planet, shoot anything you want at any time of day, all without ever leaving your desk. And really, that's the bottom line, isn't it? The biggest barriers are just gone. The cost is gone, the technical hassle is gone, the only thing left is your creativity. The entire planet is now your personal film set. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create?